Hey guys, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your Brooklyn Nets Washington Wizards preview and prediction for Sunday, January 31st. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your day. Now looking at the line on this game, now the bookmakers have made Brooklyn a 7.5 point road favorite. The over-under set at 244. ATS forecast, the computer pick, gonna lean with the Nets here in a blowout. 134.8 to 126.4. The over-under set at 261.26. So it does see a high-scoring game. And look at that, 244 is your total. Looking at the Nets here, coming off a win last night against OKC, 147-125, and Washington took it on the chin against the Hawks 2 nights ago, 116-110. Now looking at the Raymond Report, we're always looking for value, and look at this. In the last 10 games between these two teams, the over is a combined 16-4. So 80% to the over the last couple of 10 games for these two teams. So you know what that means, right? You got to start looking at the under because what goes up must come down. And looking at the Kogo here is at 41%. Kogo stands for a chance of game going over the total. And let's see if we have any other indicators pointing towards the under. But before we do that, look at the value on this game. We have the Nets at minus 4.6, and the bookmakers are trying to squeeze 7.5 out of you. So they're really, it's overvalued here if you like the Brooklyn Nets. They do have the chance of winning, though, straight up at 55%, but the chance of covering goes to the Washington Wizards here at 83%. They're 4-6 in the last 10 against the spread, and look at this. 4-game losing streak straight up and against the number, where Brooklyn's on a 4-game win streak. Let's take a look at the line on this game, see where the indicators are pointing us to. And, yeah, you know what? 243.5 it opened up, went to 245 at its highest peak, and it's now back to 244. And it opened up at 8.5, and it's been bet down to 7.5. So early money coming in on the Wizards. And look at this. Everything pointing to the over, however, and that's what concerns me. When all the numbers point over, I'm the contrarian. I go the other way, right? When the Brooklyn Nets are on the road against a C-type team, so a team below 500 in the standings, they are 2-3 straight up, 2-3 against the numbers, so they play down to their opponent's level, but 4-1 to the over. And the same thing here. When Washington's at home against an alpha-type team, 60% in the standings or higher, 3-0 to the over. So a lot of numbers pointing towards the over in this one here, guys. Again, my only concern is, if it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, then everybody knows it's a duck, right? And everybody's going to start betting the over. So that's what concerns me a bit. Now, looking at the Brooklyn Nets in their last 10 games, they're 2-8 straight up, but 3-7 against the number, 3-7-0 to the under. So, you know what? When Brooklyn travels to Washington, any Brooklyn edition team, the under is 70%. So that means the bookmaker has inflated that total every time Brooklyn went to Washington. When the NBA teams are 1 day's rest and they're a 6.5 to 9 point road favorite, 13-5 straight up, 8-10 against the number, 10-8 to the over/under. Again, guys, everything pointing over, but I think under is where you want to go. And you know what? You got to look at see if Westbrook's going to play today. I know, he's just been in and out of lineup, right? Rest. If Westbrook and Beal are in the lineup and Harden's a game time decision, I think Washington has some really good percentage play going their way. But again, I think the under is where you might want to concentrate. But it's just a tough call. All right, guys, there you have it. That's the preview and prediction today on the Washington Wizards and the Brooklyn Nets. Don't forget, if you want my premium picks, get on the email newsletter. Go to the front page of ATSstats.com and subscribe to one of my email newsletter premium pick service. And within the hour, you'll get an email saying what are today's selection. As always, shop for value, play those percentages. We'll see you back shortly with another Raymond Report.